The pressure bend, which some people don't like it called the pressure bend. They don't like any pressure or side pressure on that. But if you lift the damper with the pedal and press the damper one way or the other, you can see clearly I can press to the right and it goes with no problem. And if I press to the left, I can feel it bending against the side of that. The wire is hitting there. So this is definitely bent with the pressure on the left side of the damper bushing.
Okay, go ahead.
The bottom bend on the wire I'm calling the pressure bend, and that's what I'm using to make a slight pressure. And I'm bending that slightly so that we'll touch one side or the other.
One of the reasons why I like to lean the damper slightly is because it seems to come up steadier, like a pool cue. If you just had a pool cue with nothing touching, it would just go like that. And if you look at the videos, you'll see the wobbly dampers, and we're trying to eliminate some of that wobble. I can do it either way, but I prefer to lean it slightly. That's why the pressure bend, the number one bend at the bottom, is so important. You can lean them or not lean them, whatever you prefer. As I do dampers and install new dampers especially, I like to start out with a centered damper, but just a slight lean seems to control the movement just a little tiny bit better.
The side pressure that we're putting on the side of the damper guide rail bushing is very little. In fact, it's about 4 or 5 grams at the most. And if you loosen the screw on the block, it will still go up and down on the wire. So it doesn't affect that at all, or it shouldn't anyway. If it does, there may be rust on the wire that your screw is hitting.
Yeah, and I can feel that 4 or 5 grams. It will never stick. That's not going to be an issue at all, so don't worry about that too much, but it just stops that excess floppiness or movement in there that I don't want. And remember that if you do this, you can make your guide rail bushing larger so that it will never ever stick, and that's one of the main things that you need to do.
Now here I'm just pumping the pedal up and down at normal speed, and then we do the slow motion. You can see 4 dampers on the left side are wobbling because they're centered. They're absolutely centered. The ones on the right side I've leaned just slightly. And you can see there's very little wobble. Now it doesn't affect the damper block at all. Now you can see after bending the other ones just a little bit, just slightly, you can see the 4 that were wobbling before are not wobbling now. There's one there I see that maybe could use a little bit tighter bend.